everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Brame and this is Holy City Mystic. So today we are going to talk about Saturn transiting the apex of your yod. So Saturn, it has about a 29-year orbit, which means you're only going to get a few of these in a lifetime. Now, it's not like your Saturn return where it happens at a certain age for everyone. This might be the type of thing where the apex to your yod might be hit when you are 3 years old, and then when you're 33 to 35, and then again later in your 60s. It might be that type of thing versus Saturn returns, which happen roughly the same time for every human being on the planet. Unless the apex to your yod is Saturn, then it does happen at the same time as your Saturn return, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So first I want to talk about if you were born with your sun above the horizon line, this is not going to be as big of a deal for you. If you were born with it below the horizon line, you're going to feel this a lot stronger. So if you have a night chart, it's going to be stronger. If you have a day chart, it's still going to be strong, but it's not going to be as intense. So this is going to deal with a lot of karmic events coming up. Now, a yod in the chart is a destiny point. It's a lesson that you were born to learn, something that you were born to fulfill, to play out enough times to where you master these skills. Saturn is very similar in that it is the Lord of Karma, the Lord of Time, where it's coming through and it's moving your story forward. It's going to have a lot of life lessons where, you know, there might be, like with Mars, it might bring up a crisis point where you might have to, it's more of a fork in the road. With Saturn, it's more like switching train tracks. So it's going to be a lot more intense. You might change the trajectory of where your life is going to go. It's going to feel heavy. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you need to work through, a lot of healing that you need to do, a lot of processing. And there might be some actions that you need to do. You might need to quit a job. You might have your health just turn to such a crisis point that you have to revamp everything around your diet. So there are a lot of things that are going to come up. It's going to be a long transit. Even if it's only on your degree for like a few weeks, just feeling it in the sign of your apex is going to feel heavy. You're gonna feel this one coming and you're gonna feel it as it leaves. Now, it is important to watch the retrogrades with this because since Saturn is such a slow moving planet and it is retrograde for a good portion of the year, if your yod apex is in the path of a retrograde, you're going to learn this lesson and you're going to learn it well. And there are going to be a lot of things that come up that you are going to have to battle. And with Saturn quincunxing those two base planets, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you learn about yourself, a lot of stuff that you're able to develop. This is going to be the type of thing that once Saturn has moved on, you're going to look at your life before and after, and it's going to be different in a lot of very notable ways. Different for the better. You know, like we all have times in our life where we're like, that was really easy, but I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. You know, it's like 23. Everybody had a different experience when they were 23, and some people really enjoyed it. But if you really look back at everything that was going on when you were 23, there's probably a lot of things that you're glad you don't have anymore. And so that's kind of what it's going to be like, where there might be some nostalgia looking back before this transit started, but after it's done, you are going to have so much more confidence and self-knowledge and just clarity as to what you need to be doing in the next portion of your life, and you're going to be grateful for it. It's not going to be comfortable. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to be all sunshine and roses and you're going to be like, yes, universe, what is my lesson for today? Every single day when you wake up. It's going to be a lot of waking up and saying the F word first thing in the morning. And we've all been there. We all know what that's like. But it is going to be well worth it. It's something that we all go through if we're lucky enough to live through 1, 2, 3 of these. And so it is something that's worthwhile. It is something that is to be appreciated for what it is. If you guys do have any stories of how this is going, please drop them below in the comments. I would love to hear. Also, if you are going through your Saturn return at the same time as Saturn is crossing the apex of your yod, either you have something conjunct Saturn as the apex or you have Saturn as the apex, this is going to coincide with your Saturn return, and so you're gonna get a double whammy. It's going to be twice as intense because of this Yod apex transit as well. Paying attention to what house it's in is going to give you a lot more insights on where the energy is at best at work. So make sure you pay attention to that. Make sure you follow the energies. And I cannot stress this enough. If you don't follow the energies, if you just try to buckle down and sit this one out and, you know, just wait until it's over and you don't actually learn the lessons when you're supposed to learn them, these lessons don't go away. They don't get neatly filed into a box until Saturn comes around again. These are things that you have to deal with every single day because you did not follow the energy when this transit happened. So embrace the suck, go through it. It's not forever, and everybody goes through it at some point if we're lucky enough to live long enough for this to happen. So hope you guys are doing okay, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.